Statements of specific grounds for termination set forth in this manual or in any other town documents are examples only, not all inclusive lists, and are not intended to restrict the town's right to terminate at will. Following the probationary period, employees are required to follow the employment termination policy.
That's straight out of the state of Indiana.
That's what our old, our president.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's always been. Does it mean somebody can't sue you? No.
I get it. I don't have a problem with all, but the last sentence that is read, I don't quite understand. Following the probationary period, employers are required to follow the employment termination policy. Why would they follow it during probation period?
You're not considered employees on that probationary period, like your insurance and stuff like that, your vacation days, all that does not start till after the probationary period.
So, then
Yeah,
everybody's
you're not
okay?
really, not really hired.
Right,
I'm okay with it now.
okay.
Yeah, sounds right.
All right, employee defined. An employee of the town of Odin is a person who regularly works for the town of Odin on a wage or salary basis. Employees may include regular full-time, regular part-time, and temporary persons, and others employed with the town who are subject to the control and direction of the town of Odin in the performance of their duties. A. Regular hourly full-time. Employees who have completed the 90-day probation period and who are regularly scheduled to work 35 hours or more per week are paid on an hourly basis. Regular salaried full-time. Town does not have any salaried employees, it's got question marks, but we don't have.
Yes, but there may be a reason. Doug, I'm sorry you got to hear me say that. If a person is supervised is salaried, you don't have to pay overtime. Food for thought.
You don't pay overtime, but you still give out comp time, don't you?
Nope.
I've seen it both ways.
Well, you've seen it both ways, but you don't have to. If a person is salaried, you can work them to death.
Would be much different.
Just saying. Thought I attended and they said salary is still 40 hours.
Say that again.
Not, it was, I was salaried and it was, you put in 60, 70 hours a week.
So when I was on the board for the Chamber of Commerce, we had Napa down in Washington. She attended the payroll and they said just because they're salary, they still have hours. 40
Exactly.
hours. Anything over 40.
Okay, well, maybe it's
I
changed.
know my company pays salary overtime.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Then never mind, we don't want salary.
Well, I wonder, we have, I don't want to say anybody's wages cut over, what they're making, but a structure that would eliminate the need to have people working weekends, like 2 hours. Keith, the IDEM guy, he said, nobody does this anymore, of having overtime hours out at the plant. That part of their work week is 2 hours out of plant. I guess the new guy would be the one that draws the short straws.
And that's perfectly legal.
And Keith was kind of,
The work week is Saturday to Saturday. So, yeah, you definitely look into that.
and what that would clean it up as far as timekeeping. Like I say, I don't want to see anybody lose money in restructuring what we've got, but, one employee would would not come in Friday, but he'd have weekend duties. Saturday and Sunday would be his regular days. Or be off Friday afternoon, or a day of his shooting, or whatever would work out. Anyway, it's just a thought.
Okay.
Overtime is totally out of control, and we're sort of encouraging it with this.
Well, we're gonna get to that about 20 pages in here, so.
Okay, well, that should give you something to think about on the way down there.
Yeah. Regularly, hourly, part-time. Employees who have completed the 90-day probation period and who are regularly scheduled to work less than 35 hours per week and on an hourly basis. Temporary, those whose performance is being evaluated to determine whether further employment in a specific position or with the town is appropriate, or individuals who are hired as interim replacements to assist in the completion of a specific project or for vacation relief. Employment beyond any initially stated period does not in any way imply a change in employment status. Temporary employees retain that status if they are notified of a change. So is our employee definition okay for now?
I think so. It's straight out of state of Indiana.
Right.
At least I remember.
Probationary period. Probationary period is deemed appropriate for any new employee whose performance is being evaluated to determine whether further employment in a specific position or with the town of Bowden is appropriate. During this time, employees have the opportunity to evaluate the town as a place to work, and the town has the opportunity to evaluate the employee. During this introductory period, both the employee and the town have the right to terminate employment without advance notice. Upon satisfactory completion of the probationary period, a 90-day review will be given. When an employee completes the probationary period, the employee will be notified of his or her new status with the town of Bowden. All employees, regardless of classification or length of service, are expected to meet and maintain town standards for job performance and behavior.
I have one question about that. Terminate employment without advance notice. In other words, the guy can come up to 1 o'clock and say, I quit.
In probationary period.
Saying that?
Yeah.
Probationary period, yes, at 9. And the same thing, you can come to 1 o'clock and say, sorry, we're easy.
That's what it says. They use that time to see if they like us and we like them. And
Yeah, I think
both us and him has the right to terminate without notice. So
okay.
Section 2, employment policies, non-discrimination / equal opportunity employment. In order to provide equal employment and advancement opportunities to all individuals, employment decisions of the town of Bowden will be based on merit, qualifications, and abilities. The town of Bowden does not discriminate in employment opportunities or practices because of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, age, or disability. It is the policy of the town that all personnel actions such as hiring, rate of pay, benefits, promotions, transfers, reductions in force, recalls, training, and social or recreational programs be administered without regard to race, color, religion, national origin, sex, age, marital status, sexual orientation, or non-job related handicap. That's a mouthful, that big sentence.
You said it just fine.
Employees with questions or concerns about discrimination in the workplace are encouraged to bring these issues to the attention of the town board. Employees can raise concerns and make reports without fear of reprisal. Anyone found to be engaging in unlawful discrimination will be subject to disciplinary action, including termination of employment.
Good, that's,
Straight out of state.
The Reasonable Accommodation Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. The town of Bowden will make reasonable accommodations for qualified individuals with known disabilities unless doing so will result in undue hardship. This policy governs all aspects of employment, including selection, job assignment, compensation, discipline, termination, and access to benefits and training. It is the policy of the town that qualified individuals with disabilities are not to be excluded from the participation in or benefit from the sources, programs, or activities of the town. It is the policy of the town not to discriminate against a qualified individual with a disability in the following areas: hiring, job application processes, advancement or discharge of employees, compensation, job training, and other terms, conditions and privileges of employment. It is the intent of the town to comply with all applicable requirements of the American Disabilities Act.